Hello everyone, my name is Ayush and today I am going to show you my homework assignment for Module 1. As part of Cutting Edge Academy, I'll be sharing my entire Notion where I have documented my homework, where I have explained the prompts which I have used to complete my homework and my overall and documenting my CTAs, my learnings. So this homework from module 1 was to audit our resume using the prompts mentioned and document our CTAs and points which we found quite new, document them in Notion and Bloom. Now, since I have slightly limited recordings or content remaining for Loom free version, I plan to upload this directly inside my own YouTube channel. And now let's go to the Notion file. So number one, so I'll just quickly go through my overall transformation which I had. I'll just go through my overall resume transformation, which took over a period of 5 years, 6 years. How I went from a basic intern, how my resume looked when I was an intern, to over a period of 5 years, 6 years, how it transformed to the present version, which I am right now, into basically into e-commerce operations until December 25, how my overall resume has transformed. And I'll mention the tools which I've used and the prompts which I've used to create this resume and then my CTAs. Now let's go. So this is how my resume looked like in 2019. In April 2019, when I was a fresh graduate right after college days, this is how my resume looked like. My basic internships which I had done during college days, the trainings, a small training certification, skills, and some additional details. And then this is a slightly incomplete resume. In March 2022, this is how my resume was looking. I made a few changes here and there, and then in September 25, until September 2024 or 25, this is how my resume started to look. I used to play around with multiple online resume generator to websites, and then I used to create my resume during those times. And this, I feel, this resume was directly downloaded as a PDF directly from LinkedIn. And then in December 25, I I again took some online resume generator tool, and this is how my resume looked like. It seems decent. I mean, I was getting regular calls, decent calls every 2 months or 3 months. But after a point, I also created in January or December, I have also created a portfolio which was generated using Gamma. So for this, I used my past resume, my other portfolio, and my LinkedIn profile details. I combined all of that, created a master summarized details of my overall work experience, and then created one portfolio using Gamma. And this is how my present resume looked like. Cut to March. If I go to February or March 2026 this year, this is how my present resume looks like. I'll quickly go through how I was able to create this resume. For me, right now, because I was able to reiterate, make new changes, continuously update my skills, my overall work experience, I added few more details which were previously not mentioned on my resume. Because I was able to make some changes, I started to get comparatively more calls. And I will mention the prompts which I have used, prompts and AI tools. So for this, I had used Claude and ChatGPT. And along with using the prompts which were mentioned by Cutting Edge, I had also mixed or combined, merged prompts from other creators as well. So I used to collect prompts from various other education channels or channels specifically for career. So I mentioned one YouTube video link through which I got to know about the chain prompting method to improve my resume. I've used, I referred alongside using the prompts given by Cutting Edge. I have also referred to this video where they mentioned about a chain prompting method, and this is the prompt which I have used. So first, I have uploaded my resume. I mean my past resume, my past LinkedIn profile details, and this was my first prompt. Once I got the result, this was my second prompt, and then there were at least five, six, seven, or maybe, yeah, there were eight prompts, but I remember adding at least one or two more, but it's not currently mentioned over here. But you can easily go through this video and get to know more about that. So I got to know about these two. So I was able to improve my resume, refine my resume further, because of which I got to know about tool like Overleaf. Here, I I was I got so on Overleaf, I so the last prompt which I use, which I'm sharing here, this is for a different profile. So using this prompt, I was able to get an ATS friendly resume, and there are some more informative details which were mentioned in these two reels, because of which I was able to get a slightly improvised resume. On one of this reel, specifically this one, I was able to get to know about details like overleaf.com, where I asked AI tool like Claude or ChatGPT to give me a resume. The output should be given in LaTeX format. Due to that, my overall resume looked like this. This is how, after making the final changes, this is how my resume looked like. Now I know over the period of time, it took me quite a long time, but yeah, I still feel if I show this resume to someone who has maybe let's say 10 years of work experience, let's say 15 years of work experience, they can still make a lot of improvements in this resume. But since after refining my resume to this extent, I was able to get a lot more opportunities. But the opportunities were mainly for e-commerce roles, since I had optimized my resume for e-commerce operations. But right now, at this current phase, I am planning to pivot into a completely new, into a slightly different domain. So I'm still in progress. I'm still in process. This is how my overall, so this is how my present resume looks like. It looks quite well formatted, at least to my eyes. If I compare my 2019-year-old version, 2025, I mean 2023, 24, 25, and the present version, I definitely feel it has improved quite a lot. But yeah, there are still better areas, lot more areas for improvement. I am open to more feedback as well. Now I will quickly share my CTAs, my learnings. I was previously not exactly aware that if I optimize my resume, or if I make some changes using AI tools, the transformation changes would be this drastic, this fast. I was previously not aware of. And reformatting my resume for different roles. Previously, I used to take maybe at least 2 hours, 3 hours to completely change my resume for a new role. But now, using latex code on Overleaf platform, I was able to do that in, let's say, 15, 20 seconds, or maybe 1 or 2 minutes, which previously used to take quite a long time. And the reels which I had shared above, because I was able to watch them and quickly execute them, I was able to improve my resume. And last and the most important point was for me. This is for me because I want to prior. Right now, I am wanting to prioritize more on execution instead of just passively learning. Because after some point, I had gone through an issue where I used to just keep on learning but not taking actions, which I've been trying to improve a lot. So focusing a lot more on execution. Even if I'm watching these education short form reels, I am trying my best to immediately go and execute and make those necessary required changes in my profile, in my resume. Because by making those small adjustments, small minute improvements, we can improve our profile by quite a lot over a period of, let's say, 3 months, 6 months, which is what I personally experienced too. So below, I'll be sharing my YouTube video link for the complete module one homework. If you have any other questions, if you have any feedback about this resume audit, if you have any suggestions on what all can be improved, please do let me know. I am open to hearing more of that. Thank you so much.